Derivation of one-dimensional wave equation. We consider the string of two length will be stretched at both the end, and one end will be considered as origin and another end we considered as A. Here the string tension will be a constant. Let us allow the string to vibrate so that it makes some wave motion which acts perpendicular to the x-axis. So let us consider the wave like this, and we consider the 2 point x and x plus delta x, and here we get the two tangent. One acts downward, another one acts upward direction, and let us consider the point. This is x plus delta x. Now here the mass of the string will be what? Density with respect to the distance between the 2 points. So rho into delta x. Now here the tangent makes some angle so that we get some right angled triangle. This one we write it as alpha, and this one the angle makes at this point will be angle beta. So here we can write this, so the vibration takes place in the vertical component, then the tension will be constant at the horizontal component. So here we ignored the tension of the string at the horizontal component. Now the resultant of force between the 2 points. So before that we write sine alpha. It makes some angle alpha at this point, and here angle beta. So sine alpha we can write it as opposite direction. So here opposite direction we consider as, let some point OA, otherwise A and B. Already we have written A, so here BC dividing by this one is tension. So T sine alpha is the vertical component at this point. So here we consider as P and Q at P. Similarly we get T sine beta vertical component at Q. Now according to the Newton's second law, force resultant of force is mass into acceleration. Here this one is nothing but u with respect to this one is u of x comma t. This is x, u, and this is x. So here acceleration we can write it as dou square u with respect to time, we can write it as t square, and m can be written as density into the small distance, then dou square u by dou t square. Here resultant of force between these 2 point P and Q. Resultant of force between P and Q is considered. So we get T sine beta minus T sine alpha. Here T is constant. Here theta is alpha and beta are small. Then sine theta is approximately equal to tan theta. So tan theta is slope at P and Q. So here we can write it as this sine beta as t tan beta minus t tan alpha. Okay, because of this one we can write it like this, equal to rho into delta x into dou square u by dou t square. So here t tan alpha at, this is at q, we can write it as dou u by dou x at q minus dou u by dou x at p. So t is taken common, so rho into dx delta x into dou square u by dou t square. Now here when this q is moving to p, then delta x is tends to 0. Here q tends to p, that means limit delta x is tends to 0, t this one dou u by dou x, this is x plus delta x, or we can write it as q as it is, minus dou u by dou x at x dividing by delta x equal to rho into dou square u by dou t square. So this one we can write it as second derivative. So dou square u by dou x square, bring the tension to the right hand side, rho dividing by t into dou square u by dou t square. So let us consider this as some value, then or bring it to left hand side, t by rho dou square u by dou x square is dou square u by dou t square. This one we consider as c square, so that we can write it dou square u by dou t square equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. This is one dimensional wave equation. Now we discuss about the various possible solution of one dimensional wave equation. So what is the wave equation? Dou square u by dou t square equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. Now here x and t is there, we must consider, let u is function of x and function of t, where capital X is function of small x and capital T is function of small t. Now let us differentiate this one. Here dou square u by dou t square is there, we differentiate u with respect to t twice. So dou differentiate u with respect to t. So here we get dou u by dou t equal to capital X should be considered as constant, and this one we can write it as dt by dt. So here u is function of x and t, we are writing dou u by dou t. Here t is function of t only, so we are writing the ordinary differentiation dt by dt. So differentiate once again with respect to t. So this one we can write it as dou square u by dou t square equal to x is constant, then we can write this as d square by t square t dividing by dt square. Similarly we can write dou square u by dou x square equal to t into d square x by dx square. Now these two substituted in we substitute in wave equation. Substitute 1 and 2 in wave equation. So here x into d square t by dt square equal to c square is there. So c square into capital T d square x by dx square. Now using the variable separable method, we write x one side and t one side. So here d square t dividing by dt square. So if you bring the t to the left hand side, we can write it as 1 by t. 1 by t into c square equal to x in the right hand side, 1 by x into t square x by dx square. Now t is one side and x is one side. We equate this one with k. Let 1 by t square d square t dividing by dt square equal to k equal to 1 by x into d square x by dx square. Now we write t term separately. So here 1 by t into c square d square t dividing by dt square equal to k d square t dividing by dt square equal to this one, bring it to right hand side, k into c square into capital T. Similarly, here we can write d square x by dx square equal to k into x. So here x is function of x, right hand side capital X is there. Similarly here we have the capital T. Now let us consider this as, we have discussed the differential equation. So here capital T and T is there, we can solve directly, or we must write it as auxiliary equation. So here this one, let us write it as d square t dividing by dt square minus k c square into t equal to 0. Similarly this one, t square x by dx square minus kx equal to 0. So here we have considered k. So here we can consider case 1. Let k equal to 0. So we substitute in both. K is 0, then we get d square t dividing by dt square minus 0 equal to 0. So this one I am substituting k equal to 0 here as well as I am substituting here. So if I substitute 0, the complete term becomes 0. Then d square t by dt square equal to 0. Then we can write it as dt by dt is some constant. Let us consider c1. Then t is c1 t plus c2. Similarly d square x by dx square is 0. dx by dx is c3. We write the different constant. X is c3 x plus c4. So here u is function of x and t. U is function of x and t. So x is c3x plus c4 into t is c1 plus c1t plus c2. So let us consider this as equation number 3. The next case, let us consider k equal to plus p square. So we can consider p also. For here into c square is there, so we consider as p square, so that we can write the value easily. Now d square t dividing by dt square minus p square into c square into t equal to 0. Here we write the auxiliary equation. This one is m square minus p square into c square equal to 0, m square equal to p square into c square, m is plus or minus p into c. So roots are different, then we can write the general solution ct equal to c1 e power p ct plus c2 e power minus pct. Similarly, d square x by dx square minus p square x equal to 0, m square minus p square equal to 0. This one we can write it as m minus p into m plus p equal to 0. M is plus p and minus p. So roots are different. Then x can be written as, so I am changing the values. So already I have written c1, c2, c3, c4. So let us consider this as 6, c5 and c6. Here c7 e power px plus c8 e power minus px. So solution is what? U. What is u? U is function of x and t. So x is c7 e power px plus c8 e power minus px multiple with c5 e power pct plus c6 e power minus pct. So let us consider this as equation number 4. The third case, so let k equal to minus p square. So what we get? D square t dividing by dt square. This become plus p square c square capital T equal to 0. Then the auxiliary equation is m square plus p square c square equal to 0. M square is minus p square c square. M can be written as plus or minus p into c. Then the solution we can write it as t equal to, sorry, here minus is there, plus or minus pci. Then the roots can be written as plus or minus pci. Then t is c9 cos pct plus c10 sin pct. Similarly, here d square x by dx square plus p square c square, p square x equal to 0. Then m square plus p square equal to 0. M square is minus p square. M can be written as plus or minus pi. Then x is c11 cos px plus c12 sin px. So general solution is what? U equal to x into t. So we must multiply this one. c11 cos px plus c12 sin px into c9 cos pct plus c10 sin pct. So here in various possible solution we are getting 3 equation, 3, 4, 5. In applications, this one cos sin x and cos and sin is a periodic function. So generally this will be considered for the applications solving the problems. One-dimensional heat equation. We consider a homogeneous bar of uniform cross-sectional area and density, constant density. So consider the rectangular bar. So here one side we consider the origin and the another side x-axis. So let us consider this as x-axis, and we consider the segment this as x, and the nearest point we consider this as delta x, x plus delta x. So here this is origin O. So here the heat is applied through this point. When the particle is getting heated, then it moves towards the other side. When it is moves other side, here the heat should flow the horizontal component. So to avoid the vertical component, heat flowing vertical component only, so we apply the insulator so that the heat is moved only one direction. Here, so here heat flows in x direction only. So here we consider the small segment x and x plus delta x. So here when the heat transferring, it is depending upon specific heat and the mass of the material, and depending upon the temperature per unit time. So specific is, we write it as S, then mass is rho into delta x, and cross sectional area A, then temperature is with respect to unit time, we write it as dou U dividing by dou T. So this one is U. Now here there will be, we are checking the heat flowing from one end to another end. At the heat flows from this point, then here we consider that heat flows out. This is in and out. When amount of heat flowing into the segment x per time. So here minus constant cross sectional area and the gradient dou U by dou x at x. Here we are using negative because the heat flows in the decreasing side of the temperature. So here we have the another segment at x plus delta x. So amount of heat flowing out in the segment x plus delta x per time. We can write it as minus K A into dou U by dou x of at x plus delta x. Now the changes of heat, the amount of changes of heat at the segment. Here AB is there. So here x plus at x plus delta x minus at x. So here we consider as at A and B. So this will be written in terms of x and x plus delta x. So at x we can write it as Ka into dou U by dou x. This is at x minus at x plus delta x is minus Ka into dou U by dou x at x plus delta x. So here amount of changes of heat is what? Minus. So we write it, this is plus Ka, we take it as common, dou U by dou x at x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x at x. Now we consider this as equation number 2 and this one as equation number 1. So here we equate the equation 1 and 2, then we get specific it into rho into delta x a into dou u by dou t equal to k a into dou u by dou x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x. Here similarly limit delta x tends to 0. The amount of weight changes from b to a. This is nothing but b to a. Here a get cancelled. Then we can write dou u by dou t equal to, everything bring it to right hand side, k into s into rho, then limit delta x tends to 0, dou u by dou x at x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x at x dividing by delta x. So we can write it this as second derivative with respect to x, k into s into rho dou square u by dou x square. So this one is called as diffusivity. Let us consider this as c square. So dou u by dou t equal to c square into dou square u by dou square dou x square. This is one dimensional heat equation. So heat flows only in the horizontal component, so we are calling as one dimensional heat equation. So here we discuss the possible solution of various possible solution of heat equation. So this various possible solution is used to solve the problem in related to heat in the higher semesters. So here dou u by dou t equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. U is function of x and t. U is function of x and t. So capital X is function of x, small x, and capital is function of small t. Now, so here dou u by dou t is there. We differentiate u with respect to t. So what we get? This is partial differentiation. So dou u by dou t, we can write it as x as constant, dt by small dt. Similarly, here dou square u by dou x square is there. We must differentiate u with respect to x, small x, 2 times. So differentiate u with respect to x. So u will be dou u by dou x equal to x differentiation is dx by with respect to small x, t is constant. Once again dou square u by dou x square is t is constant, d square capital X by dx square. Now this one 2 and 1 substitute in heat equation. So here x into dt by small dt equal to c square into t into d square x by dx square. By using the variable separable method, we write t one side and we bring c square t to the left hand side into dt by small dt equal to x to the another side That we consider this as constant k equating both the side. Now we write this as one by c square t d t dividing by small dt equal to k dt by small tt equal to k into c square into capital T, and we get d square x by dx square into 1 by x equal to k, can be written as d square x by dx square minus kx equal to 0. Similarly, this one dt by dt minus k into c square into t equal to 0. Now case 1, let we consider k equal to 0. So here we can write dt by dt equal to 0, t equal to c1. Similarly here d square x by dx square equal to 0, dx by dx is, here we have written c1, so here c2 x is, integrating this one c2 into small x plus c3. U is capital X into capital T, c1 into c2x plus c3. So we consider this as equation number 3. Next case, we consider k equal to p square. So here dt by dt minus, here k equal to p square is substituted, so I will get p square into c square into capital T equal to 0. We write the auxiliary equation m minus p square into c square equal to 0. This is auxiliary equation. M is p square into c square, then solution can be written as c4 into e power p square into c square into small t. Similarly, d square capital X by dx square minus p square x equal to 0, m square minus p square equal to 0, m square is p square, m can be written as plus or minus p. Now capital X can be written as, this is, roots are different, we can write it as c5 e power px plus c6 e power minus px. So u is x into t, c1 e power p square c square into t into c5 e power px plus c6 into e power minus px. Now case 3, let k is minus p square. So here m square, dt by dt minus, so here already one minus is there, it become plus p square into c square into capital T equal to 0. Now auxiliary equation can be written as m plus p square c square equal to 0, m is minus p square into c square. So t is c7 into e power minus p square into c square t, then x is d square x by dx square plus p square x equal to 0, m square plus p square equal to 0, m square is minus p square, m is plus or minus pi, x can be written as c8 cos px plus c9 sin px. U is x into t, so we can write it as c7 e power minus p square c square into t open bracket c8 cos px plus c9 sin px. If we multiply this one, we can write it as e power minus p square c square into t, c7 and c8 we write it as a into cos px plus b into sin